This is a path of letting go so there will be room to live. These opening words from one of the chapters of the Tao Te Ching captivate well sort of the spirit of this group I'm going to be offering on a book called Essentialism. Essentialism, the disciplined pursuit of less. We all know about the pace of life. We know about how fears and uncertainties can keep us really fractured and have our attention distracted in a lot of different ways. And we often respond to that by trying to control the external events of our lives. We try to get the ducks in a row in order to make things simpler and easier. But the reality is that few things that are really important really matter. There are few things amidst all the things that seem so important that do really matter. And this journey, this pathway that we're on, which is a very spiritual pathway, is really less about organizing the externals of our life than it is about coming into an internal clarity. This is a book that I found so helpful. I read it some years ago and found it very helpful back then. But then as I was navigating some of my own life transitions, I realized it would be a good book to revisit, and I found it even more meaningful. And it became meaningful for me as I wove into the themes of the book some of the great themes from the ancient Chinese wisdom text, the Tao Te Ching. So this is a class that, a group that's going to be offered on Wednesday evenings. It's going to go from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Central Time. And it's going to be really exploring these particular themes. And I'm going to do a teaching on each of the themes, each of the sections of the book, and also invite participants to bring forward whatever interests them, maybe a particular concept or a particular quotation. And through it all, we're going to be exploring what it means for us to really move toward a lifestyle that is more simple, is more meaningful, is more able to contribute to the world. One of the sort of taglines of the book is that life gets so much better when we do fewer things, but do them better. And the interesting thing about life and the demands of life is that if we don't prioritize our own life, we really find that other people and other issues, other demands are prioritizing it for us. So this is about coming back to a center, a thread that we consider to be core to who we are as spiritual people. One of the visuals in the book that I find so helpful is this visual of we can often live life like this, where our own concerns are huge and we have all these focus points going in so many different directions. And we've got so many demands and issues that are calling upon us. And when we can come into clarity about what we want, what is essential for us, where does our meaning really lie, the visual shifts. And I'm going to use my great artistic skills here. This very fractured bunch of lines becomes focused and becomes one central line. And the amount of energy is the same in both of these, but it's about really bringing perspective and focus into our daily activities, and then living life out of that center from that organizing thread. So the book that we're going to be exploring is Essentialism, and it's by Greg McKeown, again, the disciplined pursuit of less. And the 4 sections are going to cover the 4 parts of this book, and I'll just read them for you. Part 1 is the path of essence. What is the core mindset of an essentialist? Part 2, the theme is explore. How can we discern the trivial many from the vital few? Part 3, the theme is eliminate. How can we cut out the trivial many? And part 4 is execute. How can we make doing the vital few things almost effortless? And these 4 paths align really nicely with 4 themes from the Tao Te Ching. The theme of essence connects with true nature. The theme of explore is going to dovetail nicely with the theme of simplicity from the Tao. Eliminate is going to be reinforced by the theme of letting go. And execute is going to be framed from the Tao Te Ching perspective as effortless effort, that beautiful concept of Wu Wei. So I hope you'll consider joining me for this group. Again, it's going to be Wednesday nights starting July 31st. It's going to go every other week until the last session, and then I need to bump it out to the 3rd week because of some travel. But I hope you can join me, and there'll be, if you go to my webpage, Sojourners Institute, you can access it through the events, tab, or if you're viewing this through my newsletter, you can follow the links, and there'll be a link to that particular page with more information. So thank you for your time, and whether or not you join me for this class, I encourage you to find those fewer things to do better and to increasingly live a lifestyle of simplicity, meaning, and contribution.